What is up, guys? It is Grant with Escape Outdoors, and today we're going to be testing out some throwing putters, see if they throw true to their flight numbers. And we got all of Trilogy, Latitude 64, dynamic discs, West Side, we got Innova, we have Discmania, we have Mint discs, and even some Gateway, which I've never thrown before, so that'll be exciting. So let's get right into it with the Maiden. Got the Maiden, it's 3 speed, 4 glide, 0 turn, 1 fade. This should go pretty far. And that flew straight as can be. Pretty much very accurate to the flight number. This is advertised as the exact same thing, just 1 speed less. So it should do about the same thing. I released it low, but it was doing about the same thing. This Makana here by Latitude, it's in the hard plastic. It's advertised as the same thing, but 1 extra glide. And I threw it on some hyzer, so actually, wow, that had a lot of stability to it at the end. That hyzered out pretty far. Next is the Deputy. It's advertised as an understable throwing putter. Speed 3, 4 glide. Let's see how this one goes. And that one is, I released that one nose up, so it wanted to be more overstable than it actually is, but it still had that long carry right, and then it came out of it at the end. This is the Keystone. This should be pretty straight. Should be. That was a nice little S there. Next is the Caltrop. It just says overstable putt and approach. It doesn't have any numbers, and this should be pretty overstable. I'm releasing everything nose up, but that was pretty overstable. Next, we're gonna do the Sensei. I love a Sensei. 3301, about just like the rest of the putters we've done from Trilogy. Should be a straight flyer. Got a little left to right wind, so it should make it a little bit less stable. Yep, that left to right wind actually carried it way right. It might actually get run over. I hope it doesn't. But yeah. And now we're gonna go with Innova. The Rhino X, I've been told, is very overstable. 2104. Feels pretty beefy. It's hard plastic. I ripped on it pretty hard, and it kind of just dumped out of it. It didn't glide out of it, it just dumped. So that was pretty true to its flight. With 1 glide, it didn't glide much at all. This is glow AVR. Everybody knows what an AVR is, but this glow plastic might prevent it from being as straight as it usually is. That one's pretty straight. With this left to right wind, everything is becoming less stable than it usually is. But I almost hit the escape truck out there. This Invader feels overstable. It's a 3201. It should fly straight, but without a lot of glide, it might just dump out. Gotta wait on this car. So I threw that into a pretty much headwind, left to right cross, and that usually makes the disc less stable than how it actually is. But that disc dumped. I think it has more fade at the end than what the numbers imply. This Colt should glide forever. I used to throw a Colt. It's a great disc, pretty straight. That one went pretty straight. I released with a little bit of anhyzer, but it wanted to come out of it at the end. Now we're getting into discs that I've never thrown. This is Mint disc. This is their Prophet. Not sure what it's supposed to do, but I'll tell you based on the flight. That one was actually more stable than I thought. Felt like it was going to go straight, but it didn't. It hyzered out pretty quickly. This is the Bullet. Got a nice little rainbow stamp. All these are available at Escape. It's in their soft plastic, but it feels pretty hard. We'll see what it does. That one's pretty straight. Didn't really want to come out of it. Came out of it, but not super hard. It just glided out of it. I like those Mint discs. Now we're getting into Gateway. We got this Shaman. The Shaman says 3.3 -1.1. Should go pretty straight. With this wind, it might be a little touch understable. We'll see. That was just a bad throw. I released it on anhyzer and it held the anhyzer. So that's not what we wanted, but you know. Now we have a Wizard 2302 in nylon plastic. Nylon rubber blend. That flew pretty straight, pretty true to his numbers. Next up we had the Chief, followed by the Chief OS. But this one says 3301. Should be straight like the rest of them if you throw them correctly. And these are all probably like 80% throws, just so I don't torque over on them on accident and I have good form. That one flew pretty straight. This is the Chief OS 3302, so just one notch more fade. Wait on this truck to go by. And that's super overstable. I threw it nose up, but it was just dumping from the beginning. So there you have it. They all fly pretty true to their numbers. They don't have a lot of glide, then they're more likely to just dump. Whereas if they have a lot of glide, they're gonna want to hyzer out at the end, but still being lifted by the wind. It's Grant. Just got back from getting discs from out in the field, and not every disc went into the field. This one actually went to our front entrance off of Washington Road, here next to RT Me, and it actually got run over. I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually the cheapest disc and it goes the farthest. This is out of Discmania's active line. It's their baseline plastic. We also have discs that were super overstable. The Rhino X, the Caltrop, the Chief OS, the Invader. These all flew pretty overstable and were each from a different brand. The Rhino X and Invader, both from Innova, but they all feel different. And so there's gonna be a disc that feels good in your hand for whatever shot shape you're looking for. If you want something overstable, you can choose any of these. And depending on your skill level and what you like to feel in your hand, that's what you can get. We have something for everybody. All the rest of these discs, these putters, they fly straight. Like this Chief right here, super flat, super board flat. You can see here, but it just goes straight. Whereas this Colt, super domey, it's a little bit deeper. It's what you like to feel in your hand for whatever shot shape you're looking for. The only one that threw understable, pretty understable, was this Deputy. It just kind of wanted to coast to my right. but it never wanted to dump out and roll. So there's something here for everybody, every skill level. We have something for you. There's all sorts of different plastics, and we have all these manufacturers as well as drivers and all these manufacturers, fairways, mids, all these companies. We have something from their lineups. So come out to Escape and see us.